Hello guys, and today we will talk about an extremely important mission successfully accomplished by the Ukrainian drone operators in the Black Sea. For a certain period of time, they were observing Russian troops located on one of the drilling platforms in the open Black Sea, and then using a perfect moment, they targeted a combat helicopter of the Russian armed forces, KA-27, neutralizing it with an ordinary Ukrainian drone. And of course, the destruction of such helicopter is always an important victory for the demilitarization of Russia, but the operation itself is extremely important and demonstrates the skills of the Ukrainian soldiers in the conditions of the 21st century war. And here I want to start with a joke that I feel often shared online. When people discussing this chaotic world right now, so many wars and conflicts erupting around, ask each other, where would you like to meet the beginning of the Third World War? And most say in Ukraine, because at least they know what to do. And you know, every joke has a part of truth. And I believe that with each day, Ukrainian expertise will be more and more needed until we implement the only working peace plan to defeat and demilitarize Russia, which is the root of so many problems around the globe. My name is Anna, I'm from Ukraine, I'm in Ukraine, and if you want to see Putin in The Hague, subscribe and share these videos to spread the truth. The Ukrainian drone operators are known for an extremely interesting kind of combat operations. They know how to fight with these 21st century weapons, and there are more and more updates from the countries of the Gulf, from the United States, that their troops need the skills of the Ukrainian drone operators, and this is not an exaggeration because it's too expensive to use Patriot missiles that cost millions of dollars, and you don't have that many of them when Iran targets locations with drones. And in Ukraine, because we constantly lacked air defense and support from our allies, we developed drones interceptors, which are also cheap and can do the job. So the demonstration of such advances was the destruction of this KA-27 helicopter in the Black Sea. You know that at the beginning of the full-scale invasion, Russia wanted to demonstrate that dominance in the Black Sea. Actually, the invasion itself began from Crimea, its annexation and weak reaction of the world. But now Ukraine controls the Black Sea, and the Russian leftovers had to flee to Novorossiysk, where, as you remember, we often visit them with also our marine drones to neutralize oil terminals, warships, or their air defense systems. So in the Black Sea, we have drilling platforms that were used for mining. Russia tried to occupy many of them, and most of them are already freed, but one was used by the Russian troops to monitor the situation, to, protect some of the leftovers of their air defense, and it was located on the platform known as Sivash. And Ukrainian drone operators observed the situation, visited that waters with our marine drones, and finally chose a perfect moment when the mission was traveling in that direction using a combat expensive multi-million dollar helicopter KA-27. They targeted it with a Ukrainian drone. Very similar to like FPV drone, something like FP2 drone. They are constantly upgraded up to the needs of the missions, the context, the weather, the speed, the connection that we can use. And I do believe that now more and more representatives of NATO countries, when seeing how drones operate, how they fly, how difficult it is to intercept them with classical air defense systems, will understand that Ukraine is an asset. And I do know that people who have brains already speak about the need to exchange the skills, to back up the armies of our allies with the Ukrainian drone operators, or at least the skills of our professionals. And today was hilarious to watch Fox News demonstrating how they intercept drones and stating that these are American drones, actually showed the footage and videos of the Ukrainian developers, the Hornets. It's all over X. Do subscribe to my profile there if you are on X, the link in the description, and you will see I've shared that video. It's all over the Ukrainian news because it's not very polite, to use the footage of the Ukrainian developers shooting down Russian Shahed or something like that in Ukraine and saying that this is an American AI super operation. But it also demonstrates how advanced we are in the 21st century combat, and that after 4 years of this exhausting war, Ukraine became an asset, not a burden. Not only we managed to break Russia's plans, but we also developed our own weapons production. We are extremely motivated, and we know that the root of all problems, all dangerous regimes on this planet can be found in the Kremlin. And our mission is to defeat this evil and to demilitarize Russia for centuries ahead. Because all these weapons that right now Iran uses against the countries of the Gulf, all the threats of nuclear weapons developed there, it's only possible because Putin supported them. The fact he does not now only means he lacks resources. He hopes that oil prices will go up and it will give him a couple of months more. But in general, he is definitely the main sponsor of similar regimes in very different parts of the world, which only proves if we want to prevent the Third World War, because in the hybrid format it already takes place, we need to remain united and trust Ukraine to do the job. Please share these videos to spread the truth, because you see some still manipulate information, show videos and claim them to be theirs, and constantly underestimate Ukraine. But don't do it. We will surprise you not once, not twice, and many more times. And I believe this joke about meeting the Third World War in Ukraine is not that much of a joke, because we do know what to do, how to protect ourselves and how to intercept dangerous but not that expensive drones with inexpensive drones too. Do support our Ukraine Aid Operations campaign for the ground drones that help save lives. And united we stand. Share to spread the truth. Subscribe to my Anna Danilchuk channel, where we recently discussed how Moscow turned into a war zone. And no, I'm not exaggerating. Follow me on X, Instagram, Blue Sky, Threads, Discord, and we have 999 subscribers on Substack, so do join and become my favorite 1000. Thank you so much for buying me coffees, becoming my patrons and sponsors of the channels. Check the merch shop, the link in the description, for lots of good items that work well as reminders and conversation starters about Ukraine. And remember that we plan a date this Saturday, 9 p.m. Kyiv, for a live conversation. Love you very much. United we stand. Slava Ukraini!